All right, my Gucci Maniacs, we're back. We're up to 238 subscribers.
That's good. Plenty of progress being made.
This is the Gooch and Gabriel show. I'm the Gooch.
I'm Gabriel.
And if any of our Gooch and Gabriel programs from here on out gets taken off of YouTube, you can go to Rumble and follow me over there. It's the exact same thing there. But we do have something that I want to address to start off with. I got an email last month. And of course, I told y'all if you wanted to email me, it's tunnelrat. That's TUNNELRATT 1972 at gmail.com. Well, I got an email from a young lady that said that I ought to be ashamed of myself for profiteering and using a Hispanic, talking about Gabriel here, as free labor or whatever she was saying. Anyway, that I was taking advantage of him, and she said that I shouldn't talk about some of the things we talked about. She also accused me of saying not to use a mask at all, which is not what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watched the other two videos, you hear me say, I wear it when I'm working, but if I'm off, I'm not wearing one. That's all I said. But so I'm gonna let Gabriel tell y'all if I'm forcing him to do this or not.
He is not forcing me. He came up to me with the idea of making a YouTube show, and I've always wanted to go ahead and do that, but I've never actually had anybody to do it with. So I'm seeing this as an opportunity to go ahead and get myself out there the way he has put himself out there. And we both have same political interest, and we align on certain issues and topics, so there was really no issue in this. This was something I wanted to do personally. And anybody that wants to go ahead and defend me without me knowing and trying to use me as some sort of moral shield, they should be ashamed of themselves, because I speak for myself. Other people don't speak for me. That's just how things work. If I'm a certain color and I want to go associate with people who others would associate as bad for that type of thing, that's their prerogative. Everybody is free to associate with who they wish.
Ain't that the truth?
That's right.
Yeah. So I wanted to clear that up. And we got hopefully a fun show for you today.
Yes, I'm sure we do.
Now, last month we started off with your segment first, so this month we're going to do my segment first, which is I want to talk about this whole why do we. I want to change it a little bit.
All right.
Why do we here in America put so much emphasis on the royal family in England? I don't know why. Yes, true. We fought. The whole reason, part of the reason why we fought for our freedom from England was so we wouldn't have a monarchy or whatever.
Yeah.
I call them.
Or one person rule.
One person rule, and so we could have the freedoms that we weren't having in England. So why make a big deal about them? We treat them like we do celebrities here, and why? What do they do for us? They don't do anything for America. So I don't really understand why people are so concerned about the royal family. You got anything to add about that?
No, I just do know that anytime anything ever does happen, it's almost like people throw parades here. Like we owe them something, and we don't owe them anything. We fought for our independence from them, and we live our own lives, and they live their own lives. And if they do something good, good job. If we do something good, good job. But we shouldn't be putting them on some sort of pedestal because they're no better or worse than we are.
All right, you said you had something funny or talk
Oh,
about?
yes. So recently, there's been a lot of fuss about the masks nowadays. And everywhere I go, it was, it was a mask mandate or a proclamation. You didn't have to do anything. But now I'm seeing signs everywhere saying if you don't wear them, you're going to get a $50 fine. And if businesses don't enforce it, they're going to get a $500 fine. So everybody's really ramping up on these now. And I have a mask right here that I wear going to shopping or any other places. But I knew something was going to happen. Because we live in clown world and things like to go off the rails when people take things seriously, I started wearing multiple masks for a long time. I'd wear one mask like this, and then I'd go ahead and put on a whole nother mask like this, and then I'd put on a triple mask like this, and then I'd go ahead and make sure the back of my head is completely covered like this, and I would shop like this because I knew that people were going to use these masks as some sort of moral defense, as some sort of, oh, I'm wearing a mask, therefore I'm better than you. So what I would do is the same thing to them. I would wear multiple masks, 20 masks, 30 masks. I put shoulder pads on. I would put on elbow pads. I'd even put them on my shoes because I feel like some people take this too far. And I was doing that. But now we have people saying, oh, double masking and triple masking is better. I started this off as a joke, and now we're literally heading toward that. Is it going to keep going? Possibly. I saw a good meme where they had the new latest groundbreaking masks were finally being developed. And it was just a paper bag over your head from someone suffocating. Who knows between what they want to go ahead and recommend to us, between CDC, the WHO, and bad actors in the medical industry. So for the most part, I like to enjoy myself, and if I'm going to have to wear a mask, I'm going to wear it my way. I'll wear it right like this, but I'm going to wear it kind of like this. And if I want, most likely, I'm going to go ahead and make a full bodysuit of pure masks and then just walk around and judge people from a distance. Because that's kind of like what people like to do nowadays. They like to judge you, even for people who aren't doing anything or minding their own business. Some people like to come over and insinuate you're a bad person or ask you to, why aren't you wearing a mask? Don't you care about other people? They browbeat, and you shouldn't browbeat. You should leave people alone. People are snapping still, as they were months ago.
When I've been going out to like Walmart and all,
Yeah.
I secretly have my phone on record
Mm-hmm.
to do the out and about videos.
Yes.
And hopefully to catch somebody getting triggered about me not having a mask, but I haven't caught anybody being triggered. But the last time somebody got triggered, I didn't have my phone recording. The lady asked me where my mask was, and I told her up her butt to the left. And then someone else, one time before, somebody asked me where my mask was. I said, it's my body, my choice. And boy, did she get offended about that.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
But yeah, to me, mask is a personal choice. If you want to wear one, wear one. If you don't, you don't.
Everyone believes what they want to believe, and you can be free to make your own decisions.
And if I get a fine for not having one, I'm not going to pay it.
It's like they say, any unjust law is worth following.
And do they really expect the very people they're trying to defund to
enforce? Yes, they're trying to defund the
mask?
police, but they also want the police to enforce their mask. So it's like, you need to pick one. You can't have these dualities of opinions where they clearly don't make any sense.
Right.
Either you want to help them and help them enforce the laws that you're making, or completely defund them. You can't have both.
Now, Gabriel here, he and I work together, and he'll tell you at work, when I'm working, I wear my mask. In fact, I got it in my back pocket. I wear these little cloth ones, like you use when you're riding a motorcycle to keep the dust out.
Yeah.
But I just happen to have it in my pocket from where I work today.
Just
anyway.
in case, too. You know.
But as soon as I clock out, even if I'm going to do some shopping or something, I take it off. you see me.
That's me, too. That's me, too.
I take it off. I don't wear it if I'm off the clock, because they don't pay me enough to wear it off the clock.
That's right.
But now, another fun topic I want to talk about was with things going on and all, and now that Joe won the election.
It's a sad day.
Instead of being angry and outraged like those people were on the 6th, which they messed up Trump's last chance when they did what they did at the Capitol. They messed up Trump's last chance. Instead of being like that, just sit back and watch them turn on each other, because it's happening. After they purged people on Facebook and all, now I have friends who are extremely to the left on Facebook, and one of them said she keeps going in and out of Facebook jail, and they told her next time they might remove her from Facebook. And she's far to the left. I mean, she makes Bernie Sanders look like Rush Limbaugh.
Really?
That's how far to the left she is. So.
That's a little scary, actually. It's a little spooky.
I'm about the only conservative she'll talk to.
That's good, though.
And she and I've had, I mean, she used to give me rides in all places, and we've been friends since like 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
She even helped me set up this channel, this YouTube channel. So, but she and I, we've had some arguments where she stopped in the middle of the road, made me get out of her car and walk 8 miles before she turned around and gave me a ride back. But yeah,
I've had a few of those myself.
but yeah, they told her they're going to remove her because of some of the posts she was made. And yeah, yeah, most of y'all, like the Bell family and those that follow the channel for a while, know where I lean. I consider myself an independent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fair-minded individual. There are certain things I believe because of my religious beliefs, which is some of the same things that Gabriel here and I have in common.
That's right.
And then there's sometimes there are things where Gabe and we probably going to disagree, and y'all going to probably see some fun.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a few things we're going to definitely spout off at a little bit.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing is as long as you can sit down with somebody, even if they're from a different point of view, if you sit down with somebody and not just talk at each other, but actually listen to each other, you know what'll happen? You sit back and go, you know what? You got a good point there. And they might go, hey, you know what? You got a point there. But instead of yelling at each other and talking over top of each other and talking at each other, talk to each other.
That's right. Communicate. Maybe you'll find some middle ground between the two extremes that you both hold, or some opinions that just don't seem to jive with each other.
And the friend I mentioned earlier, the only thing we really have in common is we both love horror movies, and that's the only thing that's
that's the glue keeping them together.
That and we had a lot of the same bullies in school. So we were both outsiders, and that's the only reason why we became friends, because we were outsiders in school.
Outsiders got to stick together.
But
everybody needs a friend.
I like your little joke there with the mask.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah. Like I said, if you want to wear a mask, wear it. If you don't, it's your choice. And sooner or later, you're going to end up having lawsuits over these things, and we're going to see where the courts land out on this.
Now, there's a big thing I like to bring out in this video. He doesn't know it yet, but I want to mention it, but I won't go too much into detail until maybe later. These aren't technically... Well, technically they're mandatory because you have to wear them. But the other thing that's mandatory is now they're enforcing, and pretty soon for everyone, mandatory vaccines. Now, I wouldn't have an issue with things like this, but they have come out and said that if you do get the vaccine and you have any sort of debilitating side effects or long-term issues, you can't do anything to them. And I honestly think that's wrong, because if you're working at an institution or any place and it's not a permanent thing, and they want you to get something into your body that might or might not help you, it should be your choice. And then if anything does happen, they should be held liable. But because of the laws that they're making for this, most of the vaccines are going to be...
Now, the other day, I was asked, because they had one dose of the COVID vaccine at work.
Mm-hmm. Was it Pfizer?
I don't know, but they had one dose of it left at work, and they were offering it to employees first. And one of the managers asked me, I go, no, it's against my religion. Because if it's against your religion, they can't make you do it.
That's true. He's right. They can't make you do that, but better believe they are working on this. They are working on a workaround to bypass your beliefs, to force you to get this.
And the best thing is, they can't force churches now to close, because Texas and the Jewish community in New York sued, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that they can't force churches to close. So churches are allowed to open.
That's good. That's good. Ooh, all my masks. trying to wear.
Don't want them to blow out in the desert, and
Oh.
then the eco Nazis would come after him.
Oh, you don't want that now. Oh boy.
How dare you?
I don't know what that is.
But now there are ways of getting around things, and there are ways of doing things.
That's right.
But now my dental work is almost done, so another 2 weeks from now, all my dental work will be done, and I'll be even better looking than I am.
We're waiting. We're anticipating it.
Yeah, they had me work on a particular special day, which Gabe here was going to come over and we were going to do this video.
I apologize.
Well, they had me working, so.
That's all right then. So I guess it somewhat worked out.
But I'm waiting for you to say something because of what that day was.
You're yeah. It was his birthday, and I was I guess all the things kind of just jumbled together. But I want to wish Daryl here a happy birthday, and I hope, even though you worked at Fry at our store, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will get you a gift soon. I know I got you a Christmas gift, but I will get you a birthday.
You don't
gift
have to
soon.
give me a birthday gift.
Oh, I will get you a birthday.
Just being my friend. I mean, and it's funny because it's funny that I have friends like Gabriel here who's younger than I am, and from different backgrounds than I am. I've made a lot of those types of friends out here in Arizona. And it's funny because people go, well, you're such a redneck, nobody's going to like you. And thing is, Gabe will tell you at work, if they need somebody to do anything as far as cleaning goes, who's the first person they call, even if they're off?
This man right here.
Even if I'm off. And it's because, one, I'm honest. Two, they know I'm going to do the job.
Yeah.
And three, I'm going to tell you what I think. And if I hurt your feelings, I don't really care. But at least I'm going to be honest with you. I got kicked off a bus one time for telling somebody their baby was the ugliest baby I ever seen. And those of you who live in Lynchburg know about that story.
I like that. I've never actually told anybody they have an ugly baby, but I've told people, well, they're super annoying and man, people on the bus, people in public, sometimes you just have to walk away.
Did I tell you that story?
You did not.
All right, I'm going to share the story with y'all then.
Might as well. Let's hear it.
All right. I was on the bus. I was working in a retirement home in Lynchburg, Virginia called Westminster Canterbury. It was early in the morning, and most of you who know me personally know if I have to get up before 8:30 in the morning, I am not a very nice guy. I'm very grumpy until I get a couple of Dr. Peppers or something with a lot of caffeine in it. And we were going, the bus had stopped. This lady got on the bus, and she was going from seat to seat, person to person. Isn't this the cutest baby you ever saw?
Oh, it's one of those.
And this is my new
Pestering you.
grandbaby. Isn't this the prettiest baby you ever saw? So she came up to me. I go, ma'am, I'm not going to answer that question. So she goes, come on, you can't hurt my feelings. I go, ma'am, you are not going to like what I have to say if I tell you what I think about your grandchild.
Sounds like me, actually.
I was giving, I gave her all the warning.
Mm-hmm.
I warned her 4 or 5 times.
I told you, man.
And she goes, oh, you can't hurt my feelings. I want the honest truth. I go, okay, ma'am. With all due respect, and if somebody in the South starts off with all due respect,
Something's going to follow right after.
It's going to be something you're not going to like. So I said, ma'am, with all due respect, that's the ugliest baby I ever seen. Bless your soul. So she got off the bus. Everyone told me, we're glad you did that. And the bus driver goes, well, because you really hurt her feelings and you upset her, you can't ride the bus tomorrow. So I won't allow to ride the bus for one day, which I didn't mind because the next day was my day off anyway. So.
Yeah, everybody wins, you know.
But yeah, I'm that's the kind of person I am. Now, I get that from my grandmother. My dad said she was like that.
Yeah.
In fact, she was a Methodist, even though my dad raised us as Baptists. She was a Methodist, and she didn't believe in drinking. And my brother told me the story. He was working at Winn-Dixie as a bagger, and
Winn-Dixie.
and my grandmother and my aunt, who lived with my grandmother, came into the store, and my brother had bagged their groceries and was helping my grandmother out to the car, which any other, well, this was back in the 70s where they probably allowed you to do stuff like that for family, but nowadays they won't allow you to do that for family. But anyway, she saw, see, here in Arizona, they sell liquor in the stores. In Virginia, you had to go to an ABC store. So she saw a deacon from her Methodist church come out of the ABC store a couple of doors down from Winn-Dixie. And she went over there and read him the riot act. My brother said you could see the guy, he was looking down like this, shaking his head. He said he didn't know what the guy was saying. And she got back to the car. She goes, how dare he call himself a deacon and be drinking? You got any humorous stories you want to share real quick, since we got a little bit of time?
I'd need to think about some of the humorous stories I have. I have plenty of them. They just don't come off the top of my head right now. So if you want to continue on with what's going on, and I'll add on to that, we could do that. I actually prefer that because I'm not really too sure of what to think
Going
about.
on about which one?
Either one.
Well, now we, like I said, we're going to be, if any of these videos get moved, they're going to also be on Rumble. And I am still working on a merch store. I am going to have a lot of the t-shirts I said we're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of other people posting one of my ideas for a t-shirt.
Do they?
On Facebook. In fact, a couple of them ended up in Facebook jail for it. The one I said I was going to do a certain someone was to hold office.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes.
So yeah, that one is being posted all over the place. Not in t-shirt form, but people are posting it on
It's
Facebook.
like a meme.
No, they're just posting it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
With the hashtag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, once I do get the merch store set up, anything that, any of the Gooch and Gabriel show stuff, what the company doesn't take out and what doesn't go back into creating the merchandise, what little bit that comes from that will get split in half. And Gabriel will get half of it. I get half of it. And like I said, anything with the Gooch and Gabriel things. One of the places I'm talking to, I get a better deal out of it. I get more cut out of it than I would with some of the other ones. But it costs a lot more
Okay.
to set up. Some of them doesn't cost you anything to set up, but you get very little out of it. So I'm trying to find something where I can get a deal where I get a lot out of it, like that one, without costing me a lot.
Mm.
But but several of them are offering. I can do the Gooch and Gabriel T-shirts, bumper stickers, the Gooch and Gabriel show coffee cups.
Mugs, stickers, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pins for people to wear, which just about everything that the Bell family, if you've seen the video where I interviewed the Bell family when I went home back in August, said they wanted to see is on there. In fact, I can actually, like I said, with that one, if it didn't cost me so much to put into it, I could actually get full cardboard cutouts of us
Really?
and have them sold on the
That's
merch
really
store.
strange.
Yeah, but they said, yeah.
I'd be a little embarrassed if I saw a cardboard cutout of myself.
Now I do know the Bells wouldn't mind getting it, and there's a young lady who keeps asking personal questions about Gabriel. If he wants to give out his email address, he can. But
That's fine. If you want to go ahead and email me specifically, my email is plushy1234@gmail.com. That's PLUSHY1234@gmail. And shoot me an email. If you want to hear more in-depth opinions about anything, I will oblige.
until next time, I'm the Gooch,
I'm Gabriel.
and y'all have a great day and a blessed month. And we'll see you next month for the next episode.
And don't forget to put your mask on.